Thank you, Senator, for everything you have done in your past and continue to do today. I think your activities make us all very proud to be Canadian. I was really pleased with the film, and I'd like to thank both of you for this, because you included Omar Khadr in the film, because I think many Canadians feel what's happened to him is very shameful, and it makes us ashamed to be Canadian. I'm curious why you think we can be so compassionate for a child who's been kidnapped in Africa and indoctrinated by his captors, but not so compassionate towards someone who's been indoctrinated or perhaps brainwashed by his own family, but is still a child soldier.
The applause should tell you that it's controversial. And the controversy is worthy of us, of discussing this, debating it. What is not worthy of us is moving the world to accept the concept that anyone under the age of 18 is not to be recruited, trained, armed, or used in conflict. And we apply it here. No one under 18 here is deployed in any of our operations in the military. We don't do it. We don't want to do it, and we don't do it. And so we've moved that criteria, which is a very, very solid criteria. No matter what the cultural background is, it's a solid criteria as humanity recognizes what children are and youth are in their development phases. So we and the Americans moved extensively not only child rights, but that optional protocol on child rights in the year 2000, which articulates what I just said. We have never, however, put it into law. We signed the convention, but we never put it into law here. That is to say that we would respect that and apply it. We're doing it without the law, but maybe sometimes we're moving around it. We're fiddling with it. And so I think it's not whether or not you believe on what the individual did should be in jail or not, where the optional protocol says that a youth is to be demobilized and rehabilitated, reintegrated, and yeah, a non-punitive judicial process can be there, as we had one of our Canadian judges sitting for 6.5 years at the Sierra Leone International Tribunal, where that country, it was tens of thousands of child soldiers on both sides that fought. The prosecutor in that trial, which we, or in that tribunal, which we funded extensively, and we fund extensively the International Criminal Court that says that recruiting child soldiers is a crime against humanity. We funded the court for ex-Yugoslavia, where they used child soldiers. They used them in Afghanistan, as we know, and we faced them in Afghanistan. But we haven't put it into law. So we had a loophole by an interpretation of what we think should happen to an individual who is one of ours, but also took on allegedly one of our allies and caused potentially, allegedly, his death. And that, because of that, should now be the premise that we can fiddle with these conventions. That we can apply it to the developing world because, hey, they're developing. But to us, we can sit back and ponder whether or not it really does apply to us under these circumstances, when our security all of a sudden may be at risk. And that hypocrisy, that fiddling with elements that we are moving in the world, that we're convincing others to apply, is not us. It's not what we are. And I believe that decisions we're taking around that are not decisions that truly reflect our sense of values, our belief in human rights, our belief that all children are children, and some are not more children than the others. And that's my short answer.